UFC 313 takes place tomorrow night, Saturday, March 8th, out of the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The long-awaited main event between Alex "Shama" Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev. I have been going back and forth all week on this matchup. We're not going to know what's going to happen until these two get up in there, so let's just get right into the predictions. Our first fight on the early prelims is going to be Ozzy Diaz versus Jordan Santos. Santos making his official UFC debut. He is 10-1, and the last time we saw him, it was a win against Will Curie in the Contender Series. You know how I feel about picking Contender Series guys. I'm like 50% on them every time they have a debut. Last time we saw Diaz, it was a knockout loss to Mingyang Zhang. I'm going to go with Santos to get the win. My first prediction tomorrow night. Our second fight on the night is going to be Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Castaneda was supposed to fight last week, but Silva de Andrade had to pull out because of medical issues. Sexy Mexy taking on El Guapo. Both of these guys think highly of their looks, huh? And you're both fugly. But I'm going to go with Chris Gutierrez to get the job done tomorrow night. Moving on, it will be Myron Santos versus Francis Fire Marshall. I don't know what you're calling yourself the legend for, Santos. There's only one legend, and that is the legendary Cesar Leo. But because you called yourself a legend, I'm going to pick you. You better not fail me tomorrow night. Double Santos victories. Moving on, Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. Last time we saw Leal, he got robbed. That was in Saudi Arabia, I believe, and wow, was that a robbery. He is a huge favorite tomorrow night. Yeah, that was against Fakhreddinov, if I remember that. What a robbery that was. And Morono on a 2-fight skid. I think this is an easy pick. Carlos Leal gets it done, but you got to be careful of those Morono submissions. Moving on to Bruno Pereira versus Armen Petrosyan. Petrosyan, the last time we seen him was that double backhand knockout he suffered against Shara Bullet. You know he wants to redeem that. That was just 4 months ago. And Bruno Pereira, the last time we saw him, he lost via submission to Abus Magomedov. I'm going to pick Bruno as a dog. He is going to be my dog pick. I'm going with the Hulk over Superman. And moving on to the prelim matchup of the night, I think it is going to be Ray Soroya. How the hell do you say his name? Soroya? Ray Soroya versus Joshua Van. Soroya is a 10-0 prospect. But you're going up against the fearless Joshua Van. His only loss in his last 5 fights was to Charles Energy Johnson. Can't blame him for that loss. I remember that uppercut Charles landed. Joshua Van's got an 80% takedown defense. I figure Ray Soroya is going to try to wrap him up, but good luck against a guy with Joshua Van's defense. Got to go with the fearless on this one. Moving on to the final fight on the prelims. It's going to be Curtis Razor Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. Kuniev making his UFC debut off of the Contender Series, and Curtis Razor Blades, what can I say? Curtis Blades, without a doubt, has the best entry music on the roster. I could listen to that for the rest of the night. Gotta go with Curtis to get it done tomorrow night. Moving on to the main card, it's gonna be King Bobby Green taking on Mauricio Rufy. Now this matchup, I swear Bobby Green is so unpredictable. Last time we seen him, how could we forget? He made Paddy Pimblett look really good now, didn't he? He said he slipped into that choke. Hilarious. Then there was that loss to Jalen Turner. But before that, wins versus Grant Dawson. Beating Ferguson. I mean, who doesn't beat Ferguson these days? Roofy didn't look that hot against James Lontop last time we saw him. But I gotta figure Roofy gets this done. Gotta go with the Fighting Nerd squad. They say he's the best prospect on the team, but if you ask me, the Fighting Nerds, it goes between Carlos Prates and Gene Silva as far as who is the best in that camp. Moving on to the only ladies fight on the night, Amanda Lemos versus Yasmin Lucindo. This is kind of a tough one to call. Yasmin with the age advantage. Their height and reach pretty much dead even. Lemos, we know, has nice hands, but she needs to work on her ground game. And she is going to be going up against Lucindo. But you know what? That just caught my attention. She got the win over Dern last year. And Dern is heavy with the grappling. And Marina Rodriguez looked like she was giving Lucindo a little bit of trouble the last time we saw her. Flip a coin, folks. That's all I could say. I'm going to go with Yasmin. I'm going to go with the youth in this one. Moving on to a banger of a fight in Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. The Chilean looking to get ranked. Last time we saw Jalen, it was that lost to Renato Moicano. Remember when he rocked Moicano and he just didn't want to engage him on the ground? Well, we found out why. And the last time we saw Bahamondes, he beats Manuel Torres by knockout. You know he's hungry. But something's telling me Jalen Turner and the experience gets it done tomorrow night. We're moving on to the co-main event, just in the highlight, Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev 2. A lot of people were bitching and moaning about having to see this fight again. I mean, it was a good fight the last time we saw it, almost 2 years ago. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was. Fiziev on a 2-fight lose skid, but you gotta remember, he lost to Gamrot because of that leg injury. Obviously, we remember the last time we saw Gaethje. And big question is Gaethje damaged goods now after that horrific knockout by Max Holloway? Tough to call. But Gaethje, a live dog, I would say right now. He is still the dog. And I'm going to go with the highlight, Justin Gaethje, to get it done tomorrow night. Moving on to the event that's been stuck in my head all week. The only thing running in my mind has been...
Put him Ankalaev. Put him Ankalaev. Put him Ankalaev.
You want to know something? Islam has never lied to me. And I am going with the upset. I am saying Magomed Ankalaev becomes the new light heavyweight champion tomorrow night. This is a situation where I really hope I'm wrong. Because obviously I want Pereira to win. Pereira has been great to me. But you know what? I've made cash off Ankalaev as well. I gotta go with my gut. I'm going with the man from Dagestan. I think he's going to find a way to get it done tomorrow night, but we shall see. I hope I'm wrong. Let's go into the bets. Let's take a live look at the lines on DK. Currently, it's almost 10:30. And I'm getting this video out late, my apologies, but let's see if taking as much time as I possibly could to get in these predictions and bets pays off. These are the current lines. Carlos Leal, a heavy favorite, currently at minus 700. The Van and Saruya fight looking close on the lines. Curtis Blades a minus 340. Roofy's a minus 470. Amanda Lemos and Yasmin, not much value in that over 2.5. Yeah, minus 270, no value there. Turner and Ignacio very close on the line. So is Gaethje and Fiziev. These are really close lines. And I think I'm definitely gonna be playing more donation bets. But like I said, if I start getting more subscribers, I will start posting all of my donations. If I make them tomorrow, like let's say before the fight, maybe I'll start doing like short videos where I just add on to my bets. So of course I'm gonna have my 12 pick parlay, which are my predictions. Post that up on the screen right now. And of course I'm going to have 5 donation bets, and I'm gonna get those up on the screen for you right now. Keep in mind, do not sleep on my donation bets. Just go back and look at my previous episodes if you want to see what I'm talking about. For the official bets, I'm going to have 5 of them. My first official bet is going to be that Santos and Diaz, that fight will end by knockout, an exact method of victory at minus 115. That's my first one. My second one's going to be Bruno Pereira on the money line. Just picking Bruno as my dog to get it done tomorrow night. And then I'm picking Curtis Blades to win by knockout at plus 110 over Kuniev. And then I'm going to say that the exact method of victory for Jalen Turner and Bahamondes will be a knockout. Not picking either fighter to knock out the other. Just sensing that that fight will end by TKO or knockout at minus 115. And again, I'm doing the same thing with the main event, Alex Pereira and Ankalaev. One of those guys is knocking out the other at minus 150. And those are my 5 official main bets. Let's call the parlay pick of the night. The official parlay pick of the night is going to be a 5-pick parlay with Joshua Van, Curtis Blades, Mauricio Ruffy, and Justin Gaethje on the money line. And for the 5th leg, I'm going to say that the main event between Pereira and Ankalaev ends by knockout. That is the official parlay pick of the night at plus 1296. Let's see how it does. What can I say? This event tomorrow night is going to be action-packed. Let's get my official predictions up here by Pereira, the official bets over here by Ankalaev, and the parlay pick of the night. It's going to be an action-packed night. I know I'm going to have about 35% of my budget left to live bet with, and I will probably go all in on the live betting. Like I said, I'm definitely going to probably play some more donations because this is a card where I see a lot of fights that could go either way. And let's just see how we do. Good luck to everybody tomorrow night. And I'll be with you for the recap on Sunday. And let's see how we do. Good luck, everybody.